As far as movie news, there's really not much to talk about.
There's really not much to talk about for games either.
Pretty much it.
Before we begin this episode, I just want to make sure everybody is aware that we're shooting early on Thursday. We usually shoot Thursday nights, so if there's any trailers that come out or any news that comes out and we don't talk about it, that's why, just letting you know.
It's not our fault.
Yeah, but unfortunately this is going to be a bleak and depressing episode of Pretty Much It.
We're really drawing in the crowd.
There really is not a whole lot to talk about, but we'll do our best to bring you the news as we do.
The news will come from us into you. We're putting the news inside of you.
We're being in you.
We're artificially inseminating you with the news.
We're beaming the news from your computer screen floating into your eye bits.
Before we get into this week's news, whatever news there is, first of all, as you can see, I'm wearing a shawarma shirt. If you have not seen this shirt before, definitely check it out at beobscure.com.
It's a pop culture icon.
Yeah, and in case you don't know, Avengers comes out on DVD very soon. And
Wow.
if you want to show up at your store looking like a boss, now you can. Also linked down in the info are this week's reviews. We had reviews of About Cherry, Borderlands 2, my eyes are going. I can't even read this. Dread 3D, a Spider-Man arc. Andrew reviewed another comic. Everybody's been asking for more comic reviews.
Oh, nice.
Trouble with the Curve, End of Watch, and House at the End of the Street.
Yeah.
Sweat. Also linked down in the info are our Facebook and Twitter, and finally, along the bottom of the screen is our Choose Your News feature. It seems to be working again. In case you've never used it, you can click around to different topics in the video, and as you can see, once again, not a lot to talk about.
There's some red around, there's some blue.
Right.
How many other colors?
There might even be a yellow for like a little subscribe if there's enough room.
Yikes, so many colors.
So let's get into this week's news, starting off with movies. The first thing we have is a confirmation about Guardians of the Galaxy. We talked about it a while ago, but James Gunn was in talks, apparently. Actually, we didn't know for sure, to direct Guardians of the Galaxy, and we were excited about that, if I remember correctly. Were we? Yeah, we were excited about it.
We were a little hesitant, because it's like James Gunn, it's like he directed Super and Scooby-Doo.
Right, but it's like, that's so different than what you'd expect, so that's why I get excited.
I would rather want somebody who deals with like sci-fi space adventure.
I guess, but at the same time, it's kind of interesting and exciting.
I'm
to
excited.
see if it's good or bad, I don't know.
Hey.
But the news is that he's doing it, by the way, before we keep talking about it.
Yeah.
He is directing it, and he's also rewriting the script.
And Overlord Joss Whedon said he is up to the task. So.
Yes, so, and
Overlord,
I trust Joss Whedon primarily, and he's the one that said okay, I guess.
In a secret meeting in a cave outside Nevada, Joss Whedon blessed James Gunn with the blood of a virgin.
Outside of Nevada,
With
what
fireflies.
state then?
He threw fireflies at him.
In like just deep in the desert, in a cave.
See, this is what we have to do because there's no
He
news.
blesses, you may direct the movie.
Moving on, we had so many set photos this week that it's just out of control. That's like all the news this week.
For people who don't know, set photos are photos from a movie set.
Right. Or I guess from a theater set, although, why are those not as common? I guess it's because it's harder to get into a theater, right?
Yeah,
Now
nobody
you know.
cares.
Pretty
Yeah.
much it. We got the movie news, and we're educating you.
The only set photos that I think are worth mentioning this week, there was Hangover 3 and stuff like that, but that's not exciting.
No.
We've got Kick-Ass 2, first of all, which I gotta say, if you're not following Jeff Wadlow, the director, on Twitter, I don't know what you're doing because he posts every single day a new picture.
I know
It's
what
fantastic.
I'm doing.
Is it at Jeff Wadlow?
Something like that. We'll link to it in the info. But
Thanks.
he keeps posting pictures, and some of the pictures we've seen now are Dave and Hit Girl walking out of the school, and it's just cool to see them like back in action. And then, actually, ironically, no action. They're just walking out of school, but you get the idea.
Kick-Ass 2, School Days.
School Days with a Z, D-A-Z-E.
D-A-Z.
But there's also Hit Girl's motorcycle and stuff like that. It's just very exciting, I think, because it's like, this is happening. And I really think that this could be great. So
You would.
I know I would, and I'm probably the only one.
Hey,
so
it does look great.
There you go. Anybody that thinks it looks great?
Hit his hand over your computer box.
The only other set photos I think are worth mentioning this week are Robocop, the Robocop remake. Yeah, are you excited for this? I forget. This is one that you are excited for?
Yeah. I just
Are you
love
really? You're
Robocop.
excited after seeing those pictures?
Yeah, I was going to say, what's your reaction to the pictures?
Well,
Pictures are pretty bad.
Let's see what he has to say.
People who have seen the one photo, a lot of people think it
Two
might
photos.
be two photos. They're like the same.
Get your facts straight, Jake.
The costume is really lame looking.
Yeah.
But I've seen concept art, and now also the teaser poster thing is out, and it looks like the suit has a lot more detail on it that the suit in the set photos does not have.
Right, I will give you that. I agree. I think it's going to look better in the movie.
Yeah.
But that being said, what is it?
That being said, why are we remaking Robocop?
Well, aside from that, my point was, why do all of these like futuristic suits just have like layers of stuff for the sake of having layers? Like it doesn't look like it's functional.
Like Batman,
still look
it's just
cool.
like cool.
Yeah,
armor.
I don't understand
know.
that. I don't get it. Like, why would you would think in the future everything would be like flat and
But-
just nothing?
Yeah.
Chrome.
Yeah, exactly, for real.
I just don't think like how is that gonna work as a movie? I don't really want to watch that. Just a guy running around. It looks like the guy from it looks like the suits from G.I. Joe. Like,
It
looks
does,
like
yes.
suits,
It
yeah.
looks like it's Batman in the Tron world.
Yeah, Batman, Tron, and Iron Man like pooped.
They all got together and they pooped.
They
Yeah.
pooped and out came Robo Poop.
I'm still open because the people working on it are working really hard and they have good ideas. And I love Robocop. So
I didn't know they got good ideas.
And how do you know they're working hard? Are you there?
No, I talked to them. Yeah.
Oh, that's information. Jake's got all the.
No, I've
deets.
heard from. Okay.
And that's it for news.
Wow. All right.
If you guys want to just go, we wouldn't blame you.
Well, there is
but
video game news
Stick
coming up,
around
though,
for
so
the
stick
video game.
around
Just
for it.
stick around just to hear us just give gab.
Yeah. Now, even though that's it for news, there's actually like 2 other movie-related bits that I have.
We're not done.
We might not have talked about them otherwise, but since there's so few things to talk about, I figured why not?
A couple of little bits.
Yes. The
Lay it
first
on.
thing is a pitch reel, which we've been seeing a lot of these recently.
Yeah, like,
the Daredevil one, right? We saw. This one is for a Halloween remake. From before the Halloween remake from Rob Zombie came around, it was somebody else was working on their idea for a remake. This one is from Federico D'Alessandro. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right, but he is the Marvel visual effects guy, or he was, I don't know, but he's worked in animatics and animation and stuff like that. So his pitch reel is actually a full animated, like, animatic, which is, of course, when there's just, like, the 2D images moving around and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And there's also some 3D animation and stuff. And it actually plays out like a short film. It's, like, 9 minutes long, and it's pretty cool. It's actually pretty cool.
I don't care.
Well, keep in mind that this didn't happen, and it's not going to happen. This is from before Rob Zombies.
All right. So this is not happening.
Right, it's before
just
Rob
like a
Zombies.
thing.
It's when people were pitching their remake versions of the movie.
Okay, all right.
And they picked Rob Zombie.
Yeah.
I can appreciate that better then.
So I say check it out, though. Honestly, you might think that this little pitch reel is better than any Halloween movie, or at least Rob Zombie's Halloween movie,
Or
depending on
Season
if you
of
like
the Witch, at
Halloween.
least.
So definitely check it out by clicking the link in the info. I highly recommend you watch it. I could watch an entire movie like this, by the way. It reminded me very much of that movie, that animated movie that we always talk about.
Oh, that anthology.
Yeah,
movie.
what the heck was that called? We always forget.
Fears of the Dark.
Something like that, yes.
Yeah.
It reminded me of that, so check it out. And the other little movie-related thing that Slash Film actually posted, and I thought was interesting enough to mention, is an infographic of how Hollywood's creativity is just going to shit. Now, we know this already.
Yeah, I think if I look at this, I'll start to cry.
Well, basically, it shows, I think, what is it, 1982, 1992, 2002, 2012, or no, something like that.
It
You
goes
get the
like
idea.
that,
It goes
yeah.
like every
And
10 years.
Yeah.
It like graphs all the remakes.
Like the
and stuff,
top,
yeah.
no, the top earning movies of the year, like the top box office movies of the year. In the first one, which is in the 80s, I think, or the 90s, I don't remember exactly what year it is, but every single one is original except for 2 that are adaptations. Then in the next sequence, which is in the 2000s, I think there's like 2 originals, a bunch of adaptations, and a couple of remakes or something like
It's
that.
a downward slope.
And then the last one is like all remakes and 2 adaptations or something like that, and it's just like no original, literally no originals.
It's pretty upsetting as a graphic.
Yeah.
That's where we are, folks.
So if you can't appreciate, what we're always talking about,
I wonder
go.
I wonder if the children realize this. Like, do kids these days realize how
that
bad?
there was once a thing called originality.
It's like there could be a movie that's just some guy just goes, I've got an idea.
Talking about this actually just reminded me of one other small story that we should mention because I just realized it relates to this. This is unprecedented, folks. Another story.
Yikes!
So here we go. It's actually about The Master, which was the highest earning normal limited release. Not like just like a one-day thing for $100 tickets or anything like that. Regular price tickets, regular limited release in, however many theaters. It's the highest earning limited release. And that's an original movie. So
Oh, go for you, Paul.
So there you
Thomas.
go. That's a
Good.
little bit that kind of puts a shine on this dreary day at the end of this movie news segment. And now we will move on to the video games.
That's it. All the film news is done. Now we gotta listen to Jake.
Well, let's talk about unoriginality.
Take it from here, Jake.
Yeah, we got our own unoriginality in the video games. They're making a HD remake of Kingdom Hearts, so that's cool. You know, it's like an HD version
but it's
of
like,
the game.
I don't know. Probably would have been
Kingdom Hearts 1.5.
Would have been interesting news for me if I was like 5 years younger or 6 years.
Kingdom Hearts is good though.
I don't know. It's like I played it. I didn't hate it, but it's like I just didn't like.
I just wish you could kill them. Like I wish you could like kill Goofy, or like kill the Hercules. Who else was in it?
Yeah, we all thought that.
Are you jealous of them or something?
I didn't like the combination of Disney characters and like Japanese. It
was weird.
But that commercial was so good.
That was a cool commercial.
When you walk away, you won't hear me say, please, oh baby, don't go. Is it don't go or oh no?
I don't know.
Let us know in the
Probably
comments.
All right, with more unoriginality, we'll talk about sequels and threequels and sequels. And threequels.
Yeah, Jake.
All right, yeah.
Just spill it. Spill the news.
Dragon Age 3.
Yes! Yes!
All right.
Yes!
What?
Yeah.
What do you know? You don't know anything.
Yeah.
What is it?
Dragon Age 3.
What is it?
Did you ever play it?
No.
With dragons?
Is it out yet?
No.
How could I have played it?
It's coming out. Yeah, BioWare has announced Dragon Age 3. They specifically stated, too, knowing that everyone hated Dragon Age 2.
So, well, go ahead. What are you going to say?
I thought like this.
They know that everyone hated it, so in their press release they said what? I can't even imagine.
They were like, all right, we heard all of our fans' criticisms, and we really made sure to make it not
So
bad.
this one is not gonna suck this time.
Yeah.
So they're
Hopefully.
offering it for free, right?
Yeah.
That's what they should do.
We promise.
Oh my god.
See, now this ties into another story. The two founders of BioWare actually stepped down. They
They're
quit.
going to say they
Did-
killed themselves.
Is that whole Mass Effect 3 thing still causing ripples in the
Maybe
fun?
that's what made them quit. You guys made them quit. I can't believe you. The two genius founders of BioWare, Dr. I don't know how to pronounce
He's
their
a
names.
doctor?
He's a doctor. You made a doctor quit his job.
Well,
making
hopefully
video
he's
games.
going to get a better job.
He
now
was
as
a doctor
doctor.
of video games. He was doctor of video games.
Oh my.
He had a doctorate in.
I would assume like he would
medicine.
wear like a doctor's uniform, but it would be like purple.
But you know, despite all the crap at BioWare, they're making Dragon Age 3. So I'm not gonna.
What if they make Mass Effect with dragons?
Oh, they also said that they're making another Mass Effect. So that was a little,
Because it's
little
like
quickie.
sorry about Mass Effect 3.
There's a lot of apologies going around.
Next up, we got two trailers. The first one is the sequel to Dead Island.
There's
Dead
a
Island
sequel?
Riptide.
No,
Yeah.
it's DLC, I think.
No, it's a whole new game.
No.
It might as well be DLC.
I was
but
so disappointed with Dead Island. Did you like
yeah,
it?
no.
It was alright.
It looked pretty mediocre to me.
No, that's the problem. It looked great.
Well, no, you know
From
what?
that trailer, that
This is the
stupid
problem with
trailer.
the new trailer. It does the same exact
It's
thing.
the same thing. It's a cinematic that
It's
has nothing to do with anything.
Emotional, dramatic, not as good.
It's not
but-
backwards this time.
No,
Oh.
it's not as good either. But it's still like
Much
impactful.
better than the game.
And you're like, wow, this game could be cool, and then it's just kind of like a game.
Then you get the money for the game, and you get the game. I don't know why I say you get the money,
I-
and then you are disappointed.
I think they spent more money in the cinematics for
Yeah.
this
Yeah.
than. Well, is there any of that in the cinematics of the game? Is there like from the trailer? Is any of that in the game?
I mean, like you walk through their bedroom.
Of
Yeah.
that, no, I mean of that
In the
quality.
No.
Of-
Oh no,
yeah,
not at all. No.
Really,
And
no.
Dead Island Riptide kind of looks to be more of the same.
A lot of gathering.
It looked like a more water.
Yeah, a
Based.
little more
It's a-
water.
Super Mario Dead Island Sunshine.
It's not like an island now; it's like a collection of islands.
What's the other trailer? Anything
The
better?
other trailer, hot off the presses of Tokyo Game Show, which is still in the middle right now.
Okay.
We'll probably talk more about it next week, but the first thing we've gotten from it is a new trailer for Metal Gear Rising: Revengeance.
Oh, okay.
It's
Didn't we
in
just get a trailer for
Japanese,
this?
but yeah, kind of.
Did the
Or was
trailer?
that like a 10-minute preview
Yeah, that was like a-
thing?
yeah.
Yeah.
Did the trailer show anything good this time?
You know what? Yes. If you, all right, regardless of,
Uh-oh.
and this is me. This is like a little. All right.
It's a little.
It's not
thing.
opinion corner. This is not.
It's not?
No.
Are you
Is
sure?
it? It could be. All right. Yeah, it could be.
Jake's Opinion Corner.
That's me. Look at this trailer. You can't deny that this game looks awesome. It looks like a ton of fun. Even if you disagree with the story and how stupid it is for the Metal Gear Solid universe, if you think this game is bad, that's dumb.
Jake's Opinion Corner.
And that's pretty much it for video games this week.
Yeah, let's.
We did it.
And that's it for all the news this week. Next, we're going to talk about the trailers that came out. There are a couple worth mentioning.
Okay.
But first, we're going to take a quick commercial break.
What?
Welcome back to Pretty Much It. Now we're going to talk about the trailers that came out this week.
Oh boy, are there interesting trailers?
Couple.
Yay!
Let's start off with one that's probably not that interesting to anybody because it's the second trailer and we've already seen the first one, The Hobbit.
Well, that could have been worse.
I know I've got no right to speak here because I'm not a huge fan of the Lord of the Rings
Stuff.
But even for me, who somebody doesn't like it, it looked like they were using way too much CGI. Way too much.
I can't say. I don't really know.
Because but then I looked it up, and it's like The Hobbit is substantially more aimed for children than Lord of the Rings is.
Oh, absolutely.
So,
I would agree with that just from reading the book.
So it's like, I guess that kind of makes sense, but like Peter Jackson was so well known for blending
Badass
CGI.
movies. Yeah.
And like that, I mean, if I liked anything about, Lord of the Rings, it was the filmmaking. So
you give this one a...
It just looks like they don't care now. It's just like everything looks like a set. Everything looked like a set.
Yeah, it did.
And
the problem with The Hobbit, I think, is it's more, and maybe thematically, it's more high fantasy. It's more whimsical.
Yeah,
it's
I would
more,
agree
crazy
with that.
stuff.
Peter Jackson's known to be real.
Yeah.
My only problem with this is that Gollum looks exactly the same.
The same, like from
which I don't know if they did that on purpose because they were like they wanted to be consistent. Whereas remember
People
like in
want to
Star Wars,
identify with him.
Yoda looks like crap as a puppet,
Yeah.
and then all of a sudden, like in the past, he's a CG thing.
Yeah.
It's like, huh?
Yeah.
And so maybe they were going for that. But
So
I
when
was
did the
really
Two
excited to
when
see
did-
Gollum. And
when
then
did Two Towers come out?
I don't remember exactly. 2004.
Four,
But that was my only thing. Other than that, I mean, obviously, I'm gonna see it, and I'm looking forward to seeing it just because it's a movie.
Yeah, I'm excited. I mean, I love
It doesn't look like a bad
Yeah,
movie.
don't misunderstand us for saying it looks bad at all,
Yeah.
because God, people always misunderstand us. But I'm just not super excited. Also, it's the second trailer, so it's just nothing exciting. Next trailer is for one that you, I think, are probably very excited about, The Collection.
With over 50 people still missing, grieving families are seeking answers.
I'm working for a man whose daughter's gone missing. She's all I have. Find her. Was she alive? Last time I saw her.
The Collection? The Collection of the Collecting Collectors?
Do you know what this is?
No.
It's the sequel to The Collector.
Yeah.
Do you remember seeing The Collector, you and me?
Yeah, we were both naked, and everybody around us was screaming, and there was fire, if I remember
This is
correctly.
part of we're filming this. Oh. Go on.
We saw The Collector, and we had a jolly good time because we laughed the entire time.
Yeah, and now here's the thing. Watching this trailer, I can't tell if it's, like, supposed to be goofy and,
No,
like,
'cause
completely over the top.
The first one was goofy and over the top. I mean,
But
that's
it,
what
was like,
so-
it felt like they didn't realize it was goofy and over the top. I don't know. It was hard to tell. I gotta watch it again.
It was. I don't think we've laughed harder at any movie that wasn't supposed to be funny.
Well,
Like-
this one looks like it's going to be a laugh riot then. It looks about the same. And the best part is it says, like, in the trailer it says, from the twisted minds that wrote Saw 4, 5, 6, and 7. And it's like, oh my god.
Those geniuses.
Yeah, arguably the worst of the franchise of Saw, I think everyone would agree.
They could have just gotten away with it just saying, from the writers of the Saw series. They didn't have to say, like, the worst
They have to
one.
specify, you know why? Because
Spot
the guys that
bad ones.
wrote the first three, James Wan and Lee Winnell, would probably be offended.
They're like,
If they
Yeah.
were like, are you seriously suggesting we have anything to do with this? But there you go, The Collection. I actually am looking forward to it just for a goof.
And it's like, what The Collector was just Saw ideas that weren't used.
Exactly, and that's exactly what this is. There's literally a nightclub, and this giant, like, old-fashioned lawnmower thing comes down and just rips people apart. I'm not kidding.
Can we watch this? I need
Is
to
it
watch
in 3D?
I hope so. We can
It's
only
gotta
hope.
be in IMAX 3D. I need to spend $15 on this.
It'll be like 20.
I need to spend $20 on this. I need to.
Next up is kind of interesting, the unofficial director's edit of the trailer for The Details.
What is the details?
The Details is a movie that I saw at
At your grandma's house.
close, Sundance. And
Oh!
It stars Tobey Maguire and
Old Toby.
Oh, he's
Yeah.
got a job. Good to see.
yes, he
Yeah.
got a job. But basically, this movie, I saw it not at this past year's festival, at the 2011 festival, so it's been obviously a long time coming, I guess. And the movie, I mean, I think I reviewed it, I don't even remember, but the trailer, what's interesting about the trailer, I have to say, is that First of all, it's like the director's edit. There is no official trailer for it yet because I guess the movie doesn't have a release date. I don't know. So the director just made a trailer. And the other thing is that it's actually one of the most interesting trailers I've ever seen.
Oh.
Because it uses sounds from clips shown at the end of the trailer. Like there's a part where Tobey Maguire's like banging on his car because he's mad. And it's like a beat like this.
Oh, yeah.
But the trailer starts out with that beat going like this. And then at the end of the trailer, you see him go, ah! And you realize it's like,
you're like, oh.
Stuff that's been, like, it's, I don't know, it's really cool. It's almost like a remix.
Yeah, it was very smart.
So I have to say, it's one of the best trailers I think I've ever seen. It's very interesting.
I'll have to snoop it.
The movie's not worth it, though, so there you go. We've got the Red Band trailer for Sinister, and we are absolutely not going to show a clip, and I highly recommend you do not watch it, because here's the thing, it doesn't show, like, the ending. This trailer just spoils all the best visuals of the movie.
Since I'm not going to see this movie, I watched it, and, yeah, it looks like everything that, like,
There's some really cool visuals, though. Would you agree that there's some cool looking visuals?
I'm glad
yeah, but it's like everything was in the trailer, though.
Yeah,
so.
it literally ruins all the cool visual stuff. So even if it doesn't give away what happens or the ending shot or anything like that, it still shows you all the visuals that you're not going to be surprised by.
That's such
So
a shame.
Don't watch it. Trust me, do not watch this trailer. One last trailer that we're going to talk about real quick is not a trailer, but a sneak peek for Stoker, which is the new Park Chan-wook movie. And if you don't remember him, he did Old Boy, first of all. And second of all, he did Thirst, which you and I saw and weren't really as into. Remember that?
Oh, he did Thirst?
Yeah. But he did Old Boy.
Yeah.
So it's like, back and forth on this. And the one thing that I can say about this trailer, well, it's not a trailer, once again, it's like a sneak peek. And so, I can't really give much of a fair review of it without seeing the actual trailer. But it looks exactly like Park Chan-wook. It looks exactly like his style, his visual style.
Like
so anybody that's a fan of his, I think, will be very pleased with this sneak peek and probably the movie. Some other trailers released this week are for Beautiful Creatures, Gambit, not the Gambit that you're thinking, a different type of Gambit, Great Expectations, Greetings from Tim Buckley, Nature Calls, Special Forces, and Tower Block. Which, did you watch this trailer?
No.
Tower Block, it literally looks like a mix of The Raid and Attack the Block.
Yeah.
And I will say it actually looks good.
That's a good
but
idea.
had it come out before both of those, it would have looked better.
Yeah.
So, it is what it is. Check it out. Let us know what you think. And that's it for trailers this week. Not a whole lot to talk about there either. Unfortunately, not a big week. And, we rely on news from the week, so,
Don't blame us.
Yeah, so sorry about that, guys. But let's move on to the poll, which is, I don't know, there's not a whole lot to take out of this either. The poll question was, who would you like to play Doctor Strange? Now, the first, obviously, the winner was Viggo Mortensen.
Viggo Mortensen.
Because,
Who we
obviously,
talked
because
about
we
it,
talked about the fact that he's not doing it.
you guys.
Real funny.
The next winner was Johnny Depp,
Johnny Depp.
which I don't know Doctor Strange, so I don't know.
Okay.
Is he too big? He's too Johnny Depp, I feel like, to do it? Or
He's
no?
very Johnny.
He's very Johnny Depp.
He won't be
like,
Doctor Strange.
It's
right?
almost too obvious.
Okay,
Because,
gotcha.
you could dress him up with the mustache and
But
everything.
it's still always Johnny Depp. Not to mention the Marvel movie universe budget would just skyrocket.
Yeah, because he would ask
tenfold.
for $100 million or something like
Yeah.
that. Next up, you tell me what you think of this. Michael Fassbender?
No. Wait.
I couldn't picture
with
it. but-
black hair, maybe.
All
I
right.
just can't picture it. Someone Photoshop that.
Someone
I
has to
can't
Photoshop
Yeah,
it,
with,
yeah,
with, the,
it's
with the mustache and the black hair, like maybe.
Now, how about David Tennant? That's the third place.
I don't know who
No?
that is.
He's Doctor Who. He was.
The really ugly Doctor Who, the new Doctor Who.
As opposed to the attractive one, right?
The one before the new Doctor Who.
He was pretty ugly too.
Man, a lot of
Wow.
people are gonna hate you.
That
for
really has nothing to
Yeah.
do with it either. That's irrelevant. What do you think of him playing Doctor Strange? No?
David Tennant? No, he's too small. And
Yeah,
straight.
That's what I was
small
thinking. I don't even know
yeah.
the character, but that's what I was thinking. All right, so once again, you guys have let us down. I hate you all. Your opinions are garbage, and let's bring up another poll for you to vote in. This week's poll question is, I don't know. We don't really. There's nothing really because there's nothing exciting going on this week. So.
What is the best vegetable?
All right.
What is the best vegetable?
All right, let us know by clicking the link down in the info to go to our Facebook and vote in the poll. We'll let you know what the best vegetable is next week.
The best vegetable.
It's not an opinion-based thing. This is actually a factual thing. What's the best? And finally, the giveaway winner this week is Brock Graham, that's a badass name, I have to say.
I imagine him to be like
Pokemon trainer.
Obviously, we were thinking that, Jake. What were you thinking of, Mike?
I was gonna think a very muscular built Latino man and with a pickaxe.
So, like Yukon, whatever his name was, from Rudolph, but crossing the border.
No, but Yukon didn't have any muscle. He was fat.
Oh, yeah, true.
What are you guys talking about?
And I can't believe I'm saying it, but that's it for this week's episode of Pretty Much It.
Yes, the 5-minute episode.
What a depressing and Just sad week for news.
It's
There's
like
really nothing.
We didn't have that much news, and the only news we had were sequels, adaptations, Guardians of the Galaxy, Kick-Ass, Halloween,
Robocop,
Kingdom Hearts, Dragon Age 3,
Dead Island,
Metal Gear,
The Hobbit, the collection. Not the details. That's the only original thing.
Oh,
Stoker's original, Sinister's original.
Okay, the rest, yeah.
That was all the stuff we talked about that was
Alright.
original. And those are trailers, so that doesn't count. We literally talked about nothing.
Yeah!
Oh, we talked about the Master! Yes!
Yeah.
Thank God.
Yeah.
But let us know in the comments what you thought of this week's episode of Pretty Much It, I guess. Let us know what you are excited about, what you're not excited about.
Leave a comment if you want.
You know what I will say? To make up for this, go back and watch the Q&A again. Because I don't know about you guys, I've watched it at least 10 times now. It's so funny.
That many times?
I thought it was so funny.
We
And
did
I
have-
know
we
it's,
had
I know I'm
fun.
saying we ourselves are funny, so that's a little ridiculous, but I don't care. I think that
I
think it was
care.
hysterical. So
That's
definitely
like
go
us-
back and watch that.
That was us, like, in our prime.
Yeah, yeah.
Our
Now, we
best
will be
friend
doing more
prime.
of those, by the way. There will be details coming about that soon, so fear not. But anyway, that's it. So go home.
If you're not already home.
Go to bed.
Go to bed.
If you're home,
going to
go to
bed.
bed. If you're in your bed, close the laptop, go to sleep.
Drift off to slumber world. And yeah, that's it. So we will see you, I guess, when we see you. And that is pretty much it. You son of a bitch.